Hello everybody, Bob6983 here, and we are back for some more Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. In the last episode, I'm pretty sure we got over here to the Strand. We found out about a mermaid over here, and something about a interesting love story between the two of them. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing off with that, but before that, I wanted to show you all a few, I guess while I'm talking, it'll be shown up on screen. But here are a few clips of me going back to the casino to get a few more tokens, to see if I can get a few more rewards. And because I did that, I actually got a lot of really good things, surprisingly. So from the clips that you can see on screen, it's probably like, treasure troves, or like getting the all 5 bars while it's on like a silver turns or whatever, something along those lines. And then like the journey with Ulysses actually got me very, very freaking far. So I got paid a lot over there. So I guess just with enough time and dedication, you can get a lot of good rewards. I'm about to show you right now. Transitioning back over to, back over to where I am on the Strand. I got a lot of things. First and foremost, before I get into what else I got, with Sylvando, I realized why I couldn't equip the Natty Cravat. It's because it's an accessory, not headgear. That was interesting on my end. My bad. But now I have that equipped. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I went over to, I don't entirely remember what else I needed. So with Serena, I believe there was a piece of equipment that I needed for, it's a very light wand. I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna show it right now anyways, regardless. But there was like a little piece of, there was an item that I could not find, and I was like, oh, it's specifically only dropped from enemies, or it's found in certain spots. So the enemies that I was thinking of, I believe, are either called hammerhoods or brownies. You can find them right outside of Gallipolis, and sometimes the thing that they drop is also just out in the open in that field, in like the blue spots. Did I not equip it? I don't think I did. The Jolly Brawly, that's what it is. I'm going to equip that onto Serena right now. Alternatively, I think, I don't even know if you have access to this, but there's an area off the side of Puerto Valor where I didn't go there, but I believe if you continue down the path and then over to the rightish, there's going to be the Preliminators, I think. And then sometimes there is a very, very, very low chance that you can find an enemy called the Preliminator or Brolympian, something along those lines. It's a very rare version of that enemy. You can steal them off of them, but it has a 1 in 8 chance, and you have to have, half inch on Eric to take it. But, I was like, I could just get the stuff to make it regardless. It'll just be easier that way rather than, grinding for it. So I went ahead and got the Jolly Brawly already made. And it's +2, which is awesome. I believe there's, yes, the Staff of Sentencing. I also got that from, from the casino. That's something I earned with my hard-earned winnings. And also, the last thing that I believe I got was for, actually no, for two more people, my bad. I got the Infernals for Rab, increasing his attack by a lot. And also, the best thing that I got from the casino is the Lightning Lance. That is so much attack that we get increased. Just for reference, 141 compared to the 170. That it is a very big jump. And the agility also increases. But yeah, if you set aside time to the casino, you are going to get very good benefits. I could have put more time in for another sword, realistically for our protagonist, but I spent way too much time over there. Anyways, I'm going to heal up a little bit. I probably should have done that at, an inn before I went ahead and did that. Oh, by the way, in between Puerto Valor and the area that I was describing where the Berlimpioners are, or the Jolly Brawlies. No, that's the item name. The enemies that look like umbrellas is what I'm getting at. Somewhere in that area there is a well, and in there I believe there is a pitch pearl that you can get, which is just another item for creating stuff on the Fun Size Forge. So I guess there's that. I don't think there's a mini medal there. I don't know. I really don't think there was. Yeah, that's basically what happened. There is a island directly down here. This is not Honolulu though, unfortunately. But yes, the further down, or the more we move on the map, I guess in the ocean, the tougher the enemies will get. We were in the kind of like in the middle of the map, and that's usually where enemies are the least active, or they're like the weaker enemies. Right now that we're on like the southern side of the ocean, we have slightly stronger enemies now. This is a new enemy called the Miasma. I believe this probably has poison damage they can do. Okay, we have a pet power that we can do. We can do Scorched Earth, but we're not going to do that. It's too much just for that. Just for these weak enemies. Awesome that we put him to sleep. I forgot that Eric has 2 daggers now. Oh shoot, that's really not good. Here's hoping that Whoosh can take these 2 out. Awesome. I think I'm going to... Oh, damn. There really isn't anything I can do. I really wanted to keep him asleep and just get Eric to do Versa Cutter. You know what? I'll just defend. That's fine if Veronica loses her pet power. What? Again? There we go. But what I was going to say is... the last time I recorded was in... I think late April. That was, I believe, the last time that I recorded. Did we get mid-heal? I don't know who got mid-heal, but that's awesome. Maybe it was our protagonist. I don't know what Anastamatitis. I don't know. I don't know what that does. I'd have to look at that, honestly. I know when, it seems like I know a lot of things about certain, characters, or about, like, all the spells in general. But sometimes I'm just gonna, say, I really don't know what it is. But before I get cut off again, the thing that I wanted to say is, last time I recorded was in like late April. Right now it is late May, like the 21st of May. Insula Incognita. Okay, cool. I believe we can't do everything that we want to do here. I believe there is there's a treasure that is inaccessible here. At least I want to say. I'm not quite sure. There's like a bridge that like you should be able to cross, but like I believe the bridge is down at this point in time. Something along those lines, or maybe I'm thinking of another thing. Oh look, the Hammerhoods, and there is a troll all the way over there. Oh, interesting. Before I continue to get sidetracked, because I'm doing that a lot. Last thing, I guess, before I continue to talk, there is more drawings on the ground. I am fairly certain this has to do with more lore in the game. I'm not gonna fight these guys. Very good way of getting experience if you want to fight these guys, I guess. But finally, before I continue to get, sidetracked, it was a very big break in between, me recording the last episode and this episode. You all are wondering why. I have already told you all why, but I wanted to say it again that way, you all get an idea of like, oh, maybe he's just telling us to take a break, or maybe he's just telling us to not play this in a good chunk, or like not play it all in one sitting, or all that stuff. I'm taking breaks because I know how long this game is, and I do not want to get burnt out while recording, and I would prefer you all also not to get burnt out from recording. That is a new enemy over there. Those guys are kind of like the trolls, but I believe stronger. We have not encountered any of those yet. I believe it's just called a Cyclops. I don't know if these guys are immediately aggro when they see you, though. Doesn't look like it. But it is a way to get more experience. Awesome. Are you over here? Move out the way, please. I don't believe I'm going to fight any of these. But, yeah. I'm taking, you know, my own breaks, my own moderation, all that stuff. Because I don't want to get burnt out, like I said. And it is very important that you don't overdo it when gaming. So, despite it seeming like, oh, last episode and this episode happened like immediately one day after the... No. I spent the rest of that time editing, uploading, doing my own thing, playing with other people, other things, you know, all that stuff. I took it slow. So, I guess take that advice however you want. But I just wanted to let you all know. Don't feel overwhelmed to like do all of this in one sitting. That is awesome. Crafting comforting clothing. Bars. Learn how to make robes of serenity. We have one of those already. I guess we could have another one, but cool. Now I know how to make them. You're getting off of this island, but these are hammer hoods or brownie. I don't know. One of those two names. It's something along those lines. I just don't know which one is the more correct one. Or maybe they're both the same enemy. It's just I don't know which one's which. I want to say this one is the brownie and that one's the hammer hood. They're the same class, just different versions of the enemy. But yeah, that's I guess what I wanted to say. I'm not going to reiterate because I've said it like 5 times and like getting interrupted by my own train of thought. But it is what it is. One thing that I wanted to mention, I guess, since we still have a little bit of sailing that we need to do, is I did share some stories in my Spanish Let's Play of Super Mario World, but I did not share them, I believe, in English. I don't know if I did or not. But I believe in early January... Oh, awesome. I believe in early January, I had a very rough day. Like I had like a terrible, like, bad luck day. And I guess I'll do my best to describe everything that happened. So, here we go, I guess. That day, or I guess it started the night prior, because the night prior is when the bad luck started. The night prior, I went to go use the bathroom, and you know how like some, you know, pants are like stretchy pants, you know, like kind of like pajama pants. How they have like strings or like strands that you can use to like stretch out or like tighten up the pants themselves, right? So I went to go use the bathroom, as one does, and while I was, you know, doing my business, I guess the strands got caught in the fire of the direction of, you know, all. Basically, they got caught in the crossfire, and it wasn't a great time. If I'm being honest. I was like, great, now it's covered in, you know. And then, like, the next day, I'm like, all right, great, you know, it's bad luck already. That's fine, whatever. What ended up happening the next morning is I was eating cereal, and then the strands from my jacket, or I guess my hoodie, you know, like same concept for the pants, but with hoodies. You know, you can there's strands or strings, you can pull them to make them tighter or loose for the hood itself. But yeah, those I don't even know how, but they got dunked inside my milk. And I was like, great, you know, what else could go wrong, you know? And I was telling my mom, I was like, you know, I feel like I'm having a bad luck day today. And she was like, oh no, don't be silly, you know, that you're just you'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. And then we went for groceries that day. I was taking her for groceries. And then immediately afterwards, after going to the first store, because we were supposed to go to 3 stores. We only went to 1 store, and the reason being that I got a flat tire. So yeah, not doing too hot so far. And then she was like, "God, no, don't come on." That could have just been, that could have happened to any of us. And then, we had to go get my dad to come pump air into the tire because, he has like one of those things that you can use to like put air into the tire. And like we don't even know how it got a flat tire either. And like a day or 2 afterwards, we took it to the mechanic to go be like, "Hey, this tire got it got a flat, so like let us know if like you can like fix it or something, or like replace it or something along those lines." And he was like, "No, this tire seems fine. It's perfectly good." And we were like, "So then what? How did it get a flat? That's so weird." And then I guess going back to the bad luck day, I was telling my mom, like, "See, I told you I was having bad luck that day." And she was like, "Come on, again, that could have happened to anybody. You're not having a bad day." And the moment she said that, I was grabbing a soda from, just from like the 12 packs, that they sell normally from stores. Nice. I grabbed a soda, and out of all the sodas I could have grabbed, I grabbed the one that was empty. It was perfectly sealed except for one area. So it was perfectly good. But unfortunately, at the very bottom of the can, there was already a hole at the bottom. So that's where all of the soda went. And it was probably, the store, like it happened at the store, It was emptied over there. And I just happened to grab the one that was empty that day. And I was like, "Mom, look, this is what you saying, 'Oh no, it's nothing' does. Like, this is the power that you had." And she was like, "Oh my God, I guess you were having a bad day." Like everything just accumulating all into one thing was just like, "Oh yeah, maybe you are." Because like even this, I'm like, damn, like I can't defend you against that. I think, yeah, you were just having a bad day. And sometimes it'd be like that. The Dython, no, I can't even put you to sleep. Awesome.
Here you are.
But yeah, that's one of the many, or I guess not many, but like one of the few stories I shared in the Spanish playthrough of Super Mario World. I don't plan on Let's Playing that game for the English speakers, you all, just because, well, I don't know. It's a very short game. And I just realistically wanted to do that. Mainly because, I don't know if I've said it prior, but I just wanted to show to the rest of my Spanish side of my family that, I can also play this game. And like, I've beaten it before, I promise. Because like, when I was younger, I used to like not be able to complete it despite all my valiant efforts into doing so. But yeah, I mainly just did that because of that. I don't know if there's really an interest for that. I know that I've told people, specifically somebody who's been on the channel before, that I would be more than willing to play or do like a race for Super Mario World to see who can finish it first. But at the moment, since my update, I don't think that's in the cards at the moment. But I would be more than willing to, do it, but just not right now. If you all want like a solo Let's Play of it, then sure, I'd be more than happy, but you all have just got to let me know.
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
But yeah. Also, I completely forgot that Dragon Quest is not very popular over here in the States. So as much as I really do like this series, I completely forgot the demographic for this game, or rather the people who this is specifically catered towards, or I guess these kinds of games are specifically made, or the target audience is mostly the people overseas in Japan. And that completely blew over my head, and I didn't realize that until I started seeing the viewer count. I was like, oh, wait, hang on. I like this game, but I don't know if anybody else wants to watch this game. So, yeah, it took me like a little too long to realize, wait a minute. Y'all aren't the target audience. So I was like, damn, oh, well. For those of you who are still watching, thank you. Bless your hearts. But you know, I didn't realize it made them that I made it. But bless your hearts. Yeah, my bad for, I guess, picking this game. I really liked it, but I completely forgot, you know. Y'all aren't the demographic. Y'all aren't the target audience for this, unfortunately. But thank you nonetheless for watching. I think I've just about run out of a few things, or things to say in general. Eric is poisoned. I want to put that Flython to sleep. Or Dython, I guess.
Night, night!
Awesome. I'll do Bang again. Why not? Alright, whenever this thing goes into its shell, it gets into its defensive stance, basically. So I will not be doing Bang, I will be doing Crack.
Cool it.
Don't take that out of context. Awesome that you're doing buff. Awesome that you're doing buff. I'm gonna squelch Eric. I should probably be showing off our new party members, though, more in combat, because they haven't really had a time to shine. I should probably be doing that more. I like to keep, you know, our party a bit evenly leveled, but unfortunately, the more that we get into this game, the harder that's going to become. Just because, well, sometimes some characters outperform others. Oh, that's right, you have defense boost. I think if anything, I'm going to try Whoosh because that does not count as defense. Yep. I lost my entire train of thought. I don't know where the conversation was going. Oh, right.
Wonderful.
One more thing that I wanted to talk about, because I got cut off when I was talking about this very early on into the series. But what was it? What was the thing I was talking about? I know exactly what what am I trying to convey? I can't think properly about what I'm going to say. I know what the topic is. There's 3 boats over there too. Awesome. I believe you can talk to them, but I'm not going to talk to them at the moment. Awesome. I can't even get over here. Oh, it's just a Mermaniac. But the thing that I want to talk about is the jingle that happens when you make an item not perfect, but you know, a +1 or +2 in the fun size forge reminds me a lot of the jingle from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Whenever you beat an enemy in general, the do 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 do, and then it goes into like a little jingle whenever you level up. But just I guess whenever you beat an enemy in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, that's kind of what it sounds like when you create a +1 or +2 item. That is what I wanted to say a very, very long time ago. I should absolutely heal ourselves because we are not doing too good. Gonna heal myself first. Maybe Eric next. I really do want to heal Veronica because she's pretty frail when it comes to defense. No, Veronica might be gone. Oh, awesome! You don't have MP. That's the best case scenario. But yeah, that's, I guess, because I was looking back at the video too, and I was like, damn, I didn't continue my train of thought with that sentence. I wonder if people are like, what is he trying to compare it to? Like, what do you mean by that? And then I just left you all in the dark when it came to that.
Night, night!
Bro is never going to sleep. Bro took the Dayquil. And he was like, yeah, I took the right one. This time I'm not going to sleep, buddy boy. Mermaniac is down for the count. Awesome. Please, let me get over to Honolulu. Please. Or Lonalulu. Lonalulu. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say. So one of my friends in Japan, they were telling me about their boyfriend, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he likes Kirby," and I'm like, "Oh," like the instinct kicked in for me, and I was like, a fellow Kirby fan, because if I'm being honest, it's very hard to find Kirby fans in general to talk with, because there's not many. If I'm being honest, I've tried looking in my friend group. There's not many, if any, that play Kirby games. There's like very, very few. And even the ones who do play, they're like, "Oh no, I'm not a diehard Kirby fan. I don't play the other games. I just maybe played one." And I'm like, damn, I don't have somebody else to talk with. And, you know, my friend in Japan was telling me that her boyfriend likes Kirby. And I was like, "Oh, is this another fan?" And I was like, "Please tell me more. Like, what are his interests? Like, what is his favorite games? All that stuff." And then she asked him, and then he was like, "Oh, I just like him because he's cute." And I was like, "Oh, I'm
Here we
disappointed."
are in beautiful Lonalulu, a seaside paradise that Shell tells me is home to the prettiest pals in all the world.
So Vano, awesome that you're doing imitations, bruh.
Bright blue waves, pure white sands, and fabulous jewels just lying on the beach. Truly, darlings, this is the promised land.
Okay. You say that as the old lady's like, "I'm just going for my milk, young man. Please be quiet."
Although it does seem a little less promising than I expected. Where is everybody?
Where do be everybody, Ra?
Something's not right here. Still, it's not our problem. Let's just find this Kai guy and get out
Hi,
of here.
guy Nikki. Overseas buddies. Hello, nerd. Having that. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Oh, right. Yeah. Going back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was a little upset because I was like, "Oh man." Now I'm not as excited because I thought I found a fellow Kirby fan. Now I'm less excited. But it be like that. It is what it is. Hello, Keto. Oh, right. One more thing that I was going to do in the settings. Because I heard in my gameplay in general that the sound effects are kind of loud. I'm gonna lower it. Not too much. Maybe around 7 or 8. Because they were kind of loud, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's keep it around there, because I was hearing like how some of the enemies were like shouting and stuff and all that stuff in general. And just the fighting and combat in general, it was kind of loud, I'm not gonna lie. My bad. Yeah. Usually I try to control the audio and volume in general, but it caught my eye a little too late, and I didn't realize until like some of the fights where they were like all the enemies were shouting and screaming that I was like, "Oh, this is kind of loud. I'm gonna do this for future episodes." But again, I stopped recording in April, so it's been a long time. So my bad. So here we have the bank and the vault. Are there any? It doesn't seem like there's any quests specifically for us at the moment. What is there for us to do? Speak with the village of Lonalulu. Why is that so hard for me to say? Lonalulu. And try to find out what happened to Kai. I believe it's somewhere in one of these houses that you can find a very good recipe book. I don't know where it is. It might be in the armory shop. It's either the armory or the weaponry. I want to say it's the armory, so let's go look over there first. But if you could not, I guess, find the here's the. If you could not see the similarities, building a blade of blistering brutality. How to make cautery swords, that's it. I believe that's the good one. But if you couldn't, I guess, see the parallels, Lonalulu is trying to be Honolulu. So yeah. Matter of fact, before we continue, I kind of want to see what those 2 recipes are that we just got. I am not progressing with the story. I just realized I've done like so much just kind of sides. Like we're getting towards the story, but I guess this is kind of, I'm absolutely making that. It's going to be very good. Singes a group of enemies with a blazing fire when used as an item. That's right. You can use this as an item in battle as opposed to, you know, slashing with it. So I guess if you don't have anything like flame slash, although I don't know why you wouldn't have flame slash, but you can use it as an item. I'm going to make that. I just need a red eye. Rub up Serenity. We could give that to Serena or Rab, or I guess both. I'll think about it. But the fur poncho, I believe, for Rab is honestly going to be good just because protects against ice and fire, I believe. Yeah, so I'll think about it, but that's not important. What is important is that we get the information that we need. Let's go ahead and see first what we can get in the shop. Light shield, interesting. I believe this has a benefit as well. It does not. Never mind. My bad. A lot of this stuff we've already seen. Cloak of evasion. I believe we've also seen. Nothing new. That's very unfortunate. Let me go look at the weapon shop real quick before I continue anymore with the story. Cautery sword, literally just got the thing for it. Carbon steel claymore. Awesome. The eagle dagger, that would be great. I think I'll pass. The wyvern wand. Awesome, but it's not really doing too much compared to Serena's Jolly Brawly, whatever it's called. Lightning staff as a heavy wand. It's like 1 more than the thing we literally got from the casino. I don't need it. You can call down lightning with it. That's awesome. I guess the only other way that you can use lightning if you're not using the protagonist. Trident. Nah, it's 20 lower than the thing we have. The Beastie Bullwhip, though, that is kind of interesting. Silver Claws, we're not going to need claws for a while because we got the very good ones from the casino as well. If you didn't get anything from the casino from, you know, being there, there's some very good options for items there as well. Not as good, but still pretty good. I believe we want to go to the very far end of town to get the information that we need. Hello, you kind of look like a wandering salesman, but I'm not going to talk with you. I believe it is somewhere back here that we need to go to talk with somebody about Kai. It's either here or... hang on, how do I zoom in? That's how I zoom in. It's either up here or right here. One of the two. I'm going to take my chances and say it's over this way. I'm probably going to go ahead and look at the other houses later on. I've been talking about going back to Tickington to do some of those quests as well. I'll maybe do that sometime soon. She's going to do a little story time for us. Awesome.
Look, Auntie's here. The show's about to begin.
True, the show is about to begin. I'm going to see if I talk a bit more over this because I was looking back at some of the very few videos at the beginning, and I was just kind of leaving it to talk.
Good. Then I'll tell you the tale of the terrible curse that befell our village long ago.
Let me tell you the tale about Ligma and his buddy Maween
crafty creature
and Steve Jobs.
As pretty as a pearl, but a heart as black as coal. Now, let's
begin, shall we?
Once upon a time, a master fisherman lived in Lonalulu. He caught more fish and gathered more pearls than any of the other men in the village.
That's Cap. He ain't me. Me knowing damn well I didn't fish a day in my life.
The mayor of Lonalulu, the big kahuna,
was
very fond of this fisherman and offered him the hand of his beloved daughter.
Sometimes it's times like these where I wish that there was somebody else
and the
in the video, that way they could laugh at the jokes.
And the
There's only me
of the
and y'all, I
village
guess.
looked bright. Until the day of the
So
storm.
they were going to be married.
The fisherman was caught up in a terrible tempest, and he and his catch were thrown into the ocean.
Damn. So they were to be wed, but bro fell into the ocean down below.
As he sank through the water, he saw the pearls he had gathered shining like stars all around him. The light faded, and he prepared to meet his maker.
Damn, bruh.
But instead, he met her. A mermaid more beautiful than any creature he had seen before. She held him in her arms and whispered in his ear,
You built like a stick
"I
of
will
celery.
give you your life if you give me your soul." Many days passed, and the fisherman did not return. The people of the village thought him dead and held a funeral for him on
R.I.P.
the
the brother.
beach.
Fly high, brother.
But just as they were beginning to sing his soul into the next world, he appeared, exhausted but alive.
Damn. Okay.
The kahuna's daughter was overjoyed to have her beloved home and stayed by his bedside night and day, nursing him back to health.
But we never did find out
But
more
the
about him.
fisherman was no
Haven't I?
longer the man she knew. All day he would stare out to sea, muttering over and over, "I must marry that mermaid." Then
Men
one
simple.
day, he threw his fiancée aside and ran to the harbor screaming, "I must go back to her." The kahuna was furious.
Man simple. They see beautiful lady. I
He
will go back
banished
to her.
the
She's my
fisherman
queen.
from the village and burned his boat so he could never set sail again.
Damn, bruh.
And so, the man who was once the pride of Lonalulu spent the rest of his days alone on Saikiki Beach, haunted by the mermaid who stole his soul.
I don't necessarily know if that's a good ending, bad ending.
That's all for today, children. I'll tell you the rest of the story tomorrow.
Fair enough. But from my point of view, from what I can see, oh, bruh,
Mermaids
blood
are
was left
scary.
dumbfounded.
Whoa! The mermaid's coming to steal our souls! Run!
Bruh. But yeah, what I can see, look at
friends.
got my ugly ass
Is there
sounding like.
anything I can do for you?
Maybe. We're looking for a fisherman called Kai. Do you know where we can find him?
Oh my! What a coincidence! You must be looking for my son, Kainui.
Kainui?
Are you friends of his?
Why can't I talk today, bruh?
He's not here at the moment. All the men have sailed west to fight the giant squid that's been attacking our
Giant
ships.
squid, bruh.
If you want to hurry things along, maybe you could go lend a hand. Once that monster's dealt with, they'll all come back to the village, sure enough.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
But be wary, friends. That squid isn't the only danger out on the seas. Don't let a crafty mermaid make you all pupule.
I don't know what
I'd hate
pupule
to see
means.
you go crazy.
For all one of you that are subscribed to me that are of Hawaiian descent, please let me know what that means. Hello, Taco. Oh, you have a password for us. Awesome. But what I was gonna say is, from what I can tell so far from the story, he was getting forced into a forced marriage. He went out to sea, and then a mermaid said, "Hey, yo, give me your soul. I'll save you." One of them actually did him a service. The other was just kind of forcing him to marry. I don't know. But who knows at the end of the day? All I'm saying is, doesn't necessarily sound like either side of the story is great. But, you know, this is only a story. Who knows? But I think that that might be it. I'm like very hesitant because I don't want to end things off like this. I just did a lot of traveling, a lot of talking, barely did any story progression. I feel very terrible about this, but I think that's going to be it, because if I go out to sea right now, that boss fight is going to take maybe like 8 to 10 minutes, maybe at best. And like, I recommend you all to like be prepped for that boss fight, because it is actually kind of tough before we can continue. So do your preparations right now. Go back to everywhere that you need to do, everything that you need to get. That way you're prepped for this battle, because it is going to be pretty tough. I'd honestly say get your heavy hitters out there in front, because it's going to be a doozy. So thank you all so much for watching. With this warning already prepped for you all. Next time on Dragon Quest XI, we are going to be going out to sea and fighting a giant squid. So until next time, see you all then.